ISUPK.
We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Holy man, prepare to die. We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Never let them call us back. We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Holy man, prepare to die.
Now you say the Most High gave His word to everybody, right?
That bondage you living out right now. That bondage is why you at the bus stop right now.
You understand? The scripture says, any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of God. They think the law is a small thing. Separate, man. We are separate from these other nations, man. That's right.
First breath I took, a life too surreal. Second breath I took was the pivot and strike, finish the kill. Influenced by might, with every sentence reveal. I won't pay back, fuck a dollar bill. Remain calm as the pressure build. Gotta endure until I let this pump whistle at my foes in memory of Emmett Till. I only live to do my master's will. It's UPK, motherfucker. Ain't no cowards on this battlefield. Gone astray but made greater. In my return, left to my mistakes. Every error was a lesson learned. Now I don't move, let's it get approved. Won't take a step till it get confirmed. Arm to take what was made for our sakes. March like a tank. One step will make the ground shake. My people sick in their head, Lord, let this truth spread like an outbreak and bring hell at them crackers can't escape. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I want payback for the scars in the slave memoirs. Till Christ arrive, I can't let it slide. Ignore the lies. The only free will that's before your eyes is life or death, nigga, you decide. This heaven was made for me and my fellow. I patiently wait with my eyes on the sparrow, and I pull the trigger while my lips kiss the barrel. Before I ever let a white bitch do me like Othello. I want out this wicked life like Romello. By any means, this devil pulling strings like Geppetto. Lay hold on this brotherhood, I swear I never let go. And fuck that silver spoon, got too much love for the ghetto. Till the score settle, if need be, I die for the cause. Just to hear them angels applaud. And I'm true by every word I say, cause I know my victory on the way. You want it? Nigga, walk this way.
This life may be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up.
And could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? Cause it's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I
This
can't
life may
touch.
be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard.
so tough. It's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I can't be touched. Came through in the clutch, they hate but they can't doubt us. We princes of the power, what you know about us? Evil all around us, but a nigga straight, I told you I can't be touched. Holy angels walk at my pace, and I'm grateful for the words that had me delivered. I'm hungry for the glory, but I ain't eating till I feed my niggas. One West, what I die for. Attire out the book of numbers, this rifle from the Archangel Michael. My niggas rebels, you can't deny them. It's 144, I be running to and fro with the Allah higher. My UPK soldiers ain't no folding or pretending. We in it for them crowns, fuck friends, we want dominion. In the election ascension, I hope I make it through. Give a damn what a bitch think, as long as my niggas know I'm true. Betrayed your kind to get success, we make it through the eye of the needle, nigga. I be
This life may be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up. And could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough?
It's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I
This
can't
life
be
may be
touched.
hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up.
Could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? It's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I can't be touched.
ISUPK 53rd Annual Lord's Passover.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK down in Florida. I'm Captain 10,000 Shamor Yalo. We here to let you know. 53rd Annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida. It's going down in South Florida, Cocoa Beach.
Friday, April 15th, 2022.
The lamb, the wine, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, you understand? Good music, good weather, palm trees, the whole nine.
This is going to be glorious. Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
April 15th and the 16th. Don't just book for the 15th. Book for the 15th and the 16th.
It's going down Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
Moses told Pharaoh we need 3 days to be able to go out into the wilderness and serve our power the way he commands. You're going to have to get that off with your boss, with your slave master. So make sure you in the building. Cocoa Beach, Florida, April 15th to 16th, 2022. It's going down. We'll see y'all there. Shalom.
144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000.
Shalom, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakathum to my brothers, Yahweh Shema Alatha Bahashem, Yahweh Shah to my sisters. This is the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, Friday night, and this is the La-Sha-Wan Quadash class. I'm Officer of 1,000 Mashah, coming to you from ISUPK, Detroit. And this is the La-Sha-Wan Quadash class, or the Holy Tongue. This is the Holy Tongue class. And what we teach here is the basics. Basics of Paleo-Hebrew, or the ancient Hebrew language. And it's a good deal to learn. Why, you may ask? Because it's your language. is the first language that was on the face of the earth as we understand the earth. It's the language that Adam spoke, that Noah spoke, Abraham spoke. Paleo Hebrew or ancient Hebrew, the La-Sha-Wan Kodash, to the Holy Tongue. And it's Holy Tongue because it's your tongue. The Most High gave you this tongue, this language. And so it's the set apart language. This ain't English. This is not Japanese. This is not Deutsch. It's not Spanish. It's not French. It's a separate language. And we're going to start off like we always start off, since this is a basic class. You understand? Basic class. So we're going to start off with our characters. You would know them in America as alphabets. So we start off with the characters. Before I do that, let me take a look at the chat. See who checked in. All right, we're going to get going. So we got a few people in the chat room. Go ahead and check in the chat room. Announce yourself if you haven't done so already. And here we go. I'm going to write them and say them. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa. You with me so far? Za, Kha, little guttural sound there. Kha, Ta, Ya. See that? Ya. Okay, let's get the next half. Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, that's Ra, Sha, and Tha. And Tha. Let me know if you cannot see the entire board. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Kha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha. You with me so far? Good to know. I'll give you a few minutes to write that down. If this is your first time in the class or you're fairly new to the class, you're going to notice that one thing we insist is that you have a pencil, paper, and you write this down and you practice it. Even on your paper, give you a little hint here. You want to put the sound because what I'm giving you is not only the name, but the sound of the character. So when you see this character standing alone, you're going to know that's a da. You see that? A da. This is a ha. This is an I. That's the character, and it's also the sound that it produces. Its primary sound that it produces. Okay? Ah, let me show you how this works. Ba, ga, da. You see that? Our primary vowel sound is the short A. Ah. Ah. The short A, not a, not a, not I, not E, but ah. That's our primary vowel sound. Okay? And the other vowel sound you will hear is the I. Is the I, as in Yaiqua, as in Yaiqua or Jacob, Yaiqua. You hear that I? Like I said, my name is Officer Ma-Sha. See that? Ma-Sha. Pronounced correctly, it'd be Ma-Sha. Not Ma-Sha, but Ma-Sha. Okay? Ah, 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 I. You see that? I. Those are your two vowel sounds. So when you hear shalom, they're not speaking Paleo Hebrew, they're speaking Yiddish. Shalom. I don't know what that is, but I hear it a lot. Yahshua. There's no U sound in Paleo Hebrew. You understand? Our vowel sounds are ah and I. Ah and I. You will hear a little E in there. You hear somebody say Salakia, which is really Salakya. Salakya. You see that? But you'll hear us pronounce it Salakia. And that's because we've been in this captivity. And when we see that Y on the end, like in the name Larry, uh, we pronounce it as a long E. That's not quite right. We understand it, and it would be considered a dialect. A dialect, to have that, it'll tell where you're from. If you say Salakia, Baba Kasha, I can tell you studied under the ISUPK. There's certain things you can say in Hebrew, I can tell you studied under the ISUPK. At the same time, there's things you can say and call it Hebrew, and I know for a fact you didn't study Salakia. You didn't study under us. Let's go through your characters one more time. Like I say, let's write them down. Let's write them down. Ah, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, kha, ta, ya, ka, la. And see, don't get the ka mixed up with the cha. You see that? Cha and ka. La, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, and tha. And the other thing we don't want you to get mixed up is the tha getting mixed up with the ta. You hear that? With the circle around it, it's a ta. Without the circle, it's a tha. Y'all got that? Give you one more minute to write that down. righty. Y'all got that? Good. Now, in the beginning of all classes, I'd like to deal with something else. And see, once you know the characters, it's just like your ABCs. Once you know the characters and how they sound and how they fit together, you can actually read Paleo-Hebrew. It's not that hard. It's really, really, really not that hard. You have to practice for sure, just like you had to practice your ABCs when you was a kid. You have to practice. Now, up here we got some character. La, Sha, Wa, Na, Kwa, Da, and Sha. You see that? We got those characters up there. But if you notice with these characters, we got this little symbol right here. That is called a connector, a connector. And when you have a connector between two characters, the second character, I know. Why am I pointing to the Na and the Sha as the second character? That's because when we write right to left. Not left to right, but right to left. Okay? And trust me, your brain will lock in on it. You don't even have to worry about that. Your brain will lock in on that. So you got your La, you got the Sha, you got the Wa, and the Na. Now, this is not La-Sha-Wan Na. That's not how it's read. Because of this fella right here, this Na takes on a soft sound. Okay? It takes on a soft N sound, as in sound, as in can, right? As in can, as in con. It takes on that soft N sound. Likewise, the Sha will take on what sound? The softer sound of sh, as in fish, dish. You see that? So when you see the connector, understand the second letter. The second letter takes on the soft sound. So this is La-Sha-Wan, as in kan. La-Sha-Wan. You got your Wa, right? But then you got the soft sound of the Na, which is an. La-Sha-Wan Kwadash. You got that sh sound for your Sha because it's connected. So it would be La-Sha-Wan Kwadash. You got that? La-Sha-Wan Kwadash, which translates holy tongue. All right? Give you a few seconds to write that down. And I'm not trying to rush you. I'm not trying to rush you. All righty. And those are the basics. Those are the preliminaries we run through on every class. All right? The 3 things we do: 1, the characters, the alphabet. Number 2, we remind you that we write and we read left to right. And number 3, we teach you about the connectors. We do that in every class because 2 reasons. 1, if you're new here, you never heard of this. And 2, if you've been here before, you might not have gathered all of that. So we repeat that over and over and over again so that when you start reading, you already got it in your mind. You already got it in your mind. So, glad to see y'all up in here. But again, go ahead and check into the chat room, the comment section. Let us know you're here. Let us know you're here. And we get pretty interactive. Interactive. So some of you, those who know the class, they know I'm gonna be asking you to write answers down, stuff like that. Okay. Now what I want to do at this point, I'm gonna go with, all right. And excuse me for 1 second. I have to change this. I already started writing it backwards. And that's one thing you'll get used to. And you'll get it right. Because you'll see our words don't fit together like English words. Or it could be written, which is more correct. Now, this is going to be a new vocabulary word. Some of you out there probably already know, especially you, if you're in that group chat with your sisters. I'll be watching y'all be doing that Hebrew out there. Y'all be doing the Hebrew out there like y'all been speaking it for 20 years, right? Who can tell me what I've written? I don't want a translation. Either one of these, here or here. What have I written? You got the alphabet. You understand? You already understand the connectors. Let me get this right. You already understand the connectors. So give it to me in Hebrew. Use English letters to spell it out. Tell me, what did I write on the board? What is that I just wrote on the board? I'll give you the translation if you can give it to me in Hebrew. Use English characters, use American characters to and we do that all the time, to say a Hebrew word or Hebrew words if there's more than one word. You guys tell me. You guys tell me. What have I written on the board? Just type it in the chat section and push. Like I said, we get pretty interactive here. We get pretty interactive. So don't be shy. Reach on out there and tell me. What do you see on the board? What do you see on the board? Now, can you hear me pretty good? I'm checking the sound now. You should be able to. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can hear it. I can hear it pretty good. So what do we have? Now, for sure, I know Shemaya's in the class or was in the class. There's the sister out of Indiana. Go ahead and check in to the comment section. Let us know you're in the class if you've shown up. And the other brothers and sisters that's in the class, let's go ahead and reach in there and get this work. This is easy. Yeah, this is pretty easy. Let me give you a hint. It's a greeting. This is what this is. It's a greeting. I'm going to give you a hint. I see y'all out there. I see y'all out there. Now, I've seen this written with English letters in different chats I'm a part of. So tell me what we got. Give you about 1 more minute, about 60 more seconds. Give you about 60 more seconds, and then for time's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. Yeah, for time's sake. Anybody want to take a crack at it? Now, y'all need not be shy. I know y'all know this stuff. And remember, we write from left to right. I mean, from right to left. Salakia. All right. This one here is ba, not bar, but ba, wa, quar. See the ra right here? That's why this is quar. Ba, wa, quar. All right. Uh-oh. Look like, okay, I'm getting some responses. That's a correct response. I just put up on the screen. And there's a correct response put up on the screen. I put up on the screen. And guess what? I didn't ask for the translation, but there it is right there. There it is right there. Bawakwa Tawa. Bawakwa Tawa. Write it down. Write it down. That means good morning. Good morning. Now, since we're doing these greetings, right? Bawakwa is morning. Let me go through my notes. Let me see if I got another word over here. Actually, I don't. So, I'm looking for afternoon. I'll find that out for you. But you can use this one. Okay. You know this is Tawab right here, right? You already know that. And Tawab means good. All right? And Tawab means good. What's the Hebrew pronunciation of this word? I'll give you the translation. But here's the next. This is the next word. The first phrase was good morning. Good morning. And that is Bawakwa. Bawakwa Tawab. Bawakwa Tawab. Good. Good morning. Now, some of us, we're a little more highfalutin than some of our brothers and sisters. So we may just say this. Well, I will tell you, this is not morning, this is not afternoon, this is not evening. And it's not night. You see that? And it's not night. I'm going to give you evening. I'm going to give you evening. How about that? But I need you to tell me what this is. Here's evening right here. There's evening right there. This is evening. All you got to do is tell me how to pronounce it in Hebrew. That's what I'm basically looking for, is to pronounce it in Hebrew, folks. Now, if you're out there and you want copies of what I'm teaching from, the text I'm teaching from, shoot me a text, hit me up on Facebook, send me a messenger, One West Mashah, or type in Mashah, and you'll find me on Facebook. Hit me up. Most of y'all out there is probably already friends with me, so all you have to do is type in Mashah and let me know you want this. We'll get them printed. We'll get them sent out to you. That we do stuff like that. Okay, y'all got about 60 more seconds. We're gonna move this Tawab way over here. Tawab is translated good. It looks like this in the Hebrew. Okay? This is evening. I need the Hebrew pronunciation of this. What's the Hebrew word? And for time's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and give you this. Okay, I see we got some responses in the chat. Let me see what we got. Okay, on the bottom one. On the bottom one. There you go. There's the correct answer. The correct answer is Yawan. Now, this is, I put up here, this was the correct answer, but it's a little bit off. This is say Yawan. But if you look like that there, that's a ma and not a na, so it's Yawam. 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 And Yawam, translated into English, is day. So that would be Yawam Tawab or good day. Good day. And that's, you know, I guess in the English thing, that when you say good day, that's absolutely polite. You see that? Absolutely polite. That's why I say some of us is a little more highfalutin. We won't say check you later. We'll say something crazy like good day. You know, like we got Mr. French for a butler or something. You know. Tawab, Yawam, it's the sister wrote Tawab, Yawam. It's actually Yawam Tawab. 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 Just like it is Bawakwa Tawab. Not Tawab Bawakwa. It's Bawakwa or morning good. We speak different. We don't, you know, English is a foreign language to us. English is a foreign language to us. And so, but we've learned that. But what it does is it pretty much rearranges our brains to think a certain way because of the way the words fall in. That is the only place you may find difficult. When I go and say, Tawab, you may have to, you know, think backwards to say Tawab, oh, that's morning good. And believe it or not, most languages translated into English don't put the words in the exact same order that would be in English. So what I want you to do is just ride with it. Just ride with it. You have the English down. Most of us, we got the English down. We can communicate. If you think we don't know English, mess around and let our paycheck be messed up. Yeah, I bet you we can communicate to the finance department and HR that my check ain't right. You see what I'm saying? We can do that. So just let your mind go with it. Remember, we write right to left, we read right to left. You see that? And so it's some things are going to be a little bit different. That Bawakwa, this Yawam, and what is this one? Give me that one right there. That's evening. What is that one right there? What's the translation of that one right there? This sister's on it. I'll see you, Shemaya. She's on it. This is I, Rob. Remember, not Irab, not Irab, it's I, Rob. Okay? Which is good evening. I Rob Tawab. I Rob Tawab. Let me put Barakwa back up there. I'm gonna put it over here in the corners. You see what I'm saying? Bawakwa. Okay, so what we got? We got Bawakwa, Tawab. We got Yawam, Tawab. We got Arab, Tawab, which means we have good morning. This is morning. Right here, Bawakwa. We have good day, which is Yawam, Yawam with an M, with the sound, Yawam, Ya, Wa, Ma, Yawam. See that right there? That's good day. And then we got Irab, or good evening. Y'all got that? Y'all got that? Now here's one thing you can do. Share this class. We got Israelites everywhere. And one thing we will definitely do is keep teaching this. And we want Israelites everywhere to learn their language. If you happen to be Torah only, we still want you to learn Paleo Hebrew. We don't want you learning and speaking Yiddish. You understand? When you start talking about sound marks and this and that, that's Yiddish. You see, what we do, we have connectors. That's it. Rest of that is all characters. We understand that we have an ah sound and an I sound as vowel sounds. As vowel sounds. Get that through your head. Get that through your head. Please, 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 please. Get that through your head. There's no O, there's no U, there's no A, no E. You see that? You see that? When you see that ya, you see that? Salakia or Salakia. When you see that ya, you got to go find the ya. Huh? You got to go find the ya. And that's this right here. That's the ya. That's not pronounced E. Salaki ya. No. Salak ya. If I'm too strict, don't worry about it. We all understand. I just want to make sure we get it out there right. This is what oftentimes is sounded out as an E, but it's Salakia. This is not Salakia. I remember we got a brother here, officer, mighty man, second under Captain Laban. Second under Captain Laban, officer 5,000, Hadar Yala. Hadar Yala. Now, when I first came into the truth and I heard the brother speak his name, I called him Hadar Yala. That's not his name. Praise the Most High for Captain Laban. Why? Because he corrected me on that. His name is Hadar Yala, not Hadar Yala. So let's get it right. Let's get it right. So what we've gone over so far is a basic greeting. Good morning, good day, good evening. You see that? And I'll find afternoon somewhere. I'll find afternoon. I was looking if I could just find noon, the word noon, and the word after separately. But it's not in my book here. So what do we have? Good evening, Arab Tawab. Good day, Yawam Tawab. Good morning, Barakwa Yarab. Salakia, Barakwa Tawab. We got that? Do we all have that? Absolutely right, Shemai. It is evening. And again, your Yawan should be Yawan. Be careful not to get the ma and the na mixed up with each other. We're gonna take a short break. You listen to this commercial one more time. Go ahead. There we go.
Passover.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. We the ISUPK down in Florida. I'm Captain of 10,000 Shamor Yahweh. We here to let you know. 53rd annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida. It's going down in South Florida.
Friday, April 15th, 2022.
The lamb, the wine, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, you know what I'm saying? Good music, good weather, palm trees, the whole nine.
This is going to be glorious. Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
April 15th and the 16th. Don't just book for the 15th. Book for the 15th and the 16th.
It's going down Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
Moses told Pharaoh we need 3 days to be able to go out into the wilderness and serve our power the way he commands. You're going to have to get that off with your boss, with your slave master. So make sure you in the building. Cocoa Beach, Florida, April 15th to 16th, 2022. It's going down. We'll see y'all there.
I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000.
Calm, Israel. We got that, right? Why y'all think I keep playing that? I'm gonna keep playing that too. The all class and again future classes starting next week. We're gonna be playing that a lot, right? We're gonna be playing that on Monday, which is the history class. Tuesday, the brotherhood class. We're gonna play that same commercial. Wednesday, the law class. Thursday, scripture breakdown with Captain LeBron. And we're going to keep playing that because the Most High want all of Israel to keep the Passover. Now, you do understand what the Passover celebrates, right? I pray everybody understand what the Passover celebrates. And if you don't, I'm going to give you a brief history of it. That brief history of the Passover is real simple. This is not our first captivity. We were held in captivity in a place called Egypt. You all know about Egypt, right? And that captivity was so rough. And what's really important is that it parallels this captivity. This captivity is so rough, so mind-bending, that it took the Most High to personally deliver us out of Egypt. And guess what? What happened in Egypt is going to happen in America. The Most High is going to personally deliver us. You see that? Just like he parted the waters, allowed us to walk through on dry land, and gave us our own land, he's going to do that again. And when he does that, guess what? At this point, I have to check with the generals, with the mighty men over me, the captains, and find out if we're going to still keep the Passover. But the scripture says on a time when we no longer going to say, look at what the Lord did when he brought us out of Egypt, but we're going to say, look what the Most High did when he freed us from America, the land of the North. You see that? That's why Passover is so important. So we don't care what camp you're in. You see that? Now, if your camp got some seedy stuff they be doing and some unrighteous stuff you're gonna be doing, while you're invited to the Passover, you just can't bring that nonsense with you. We don't care if you're Torah only, you're an Israelite. Let's hit Cocoa Beach, Florida this April. This April. If you're already on Clubhouse or Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever other social media, and you kicking it with brothers in the ISUPK, but you're not a part of the ISUPK, no problem. No problem. Come to the Passover, meet your brother, meet your sisters. Come and see how we're living. See for yourself what makes this brotherhood so great. See for yourself. Meet Commanding General Mahina, Captain Malakwa out of the Midwest, Captain LeBon, Captain Akkad running security throughout the whole nation, Captain Kapash out there in Indiana. Let's meet these captains. Captain Napash, I can't pronounce the brother's name. Kapan Napash, I believe that's his name. Look at here. I can't wait to work for him again. Get in there and cook that lamb up for y'all for that Passover meal. You see that? Meet these brothers. Come and meet them. Boot up or shut up with the generals. You see that? Come meet General Haas. You see that? General Q. General Katungabar. You see that? And if I missed anybody, Salaki Alawayam. But it doesn't matter what camp you're in. It doesn't matter if you're Torah only. You're an Israelite. April 15th is the Passover. April 16th begins the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Make your way to Cocoa Beach, Florida. All righty then. You got the good morning. You got the, I thought I didn't have them. Did I put night up there? I think I did. N-I-G-H-T, yeah. I didn't. Let me get, well, you know what good gonna be, right? It's gonna be, got the wrong one. Watch this. This is interesting. That's a ha, right? So that's not pronounced ha. Give me the pronunciation of this word right here. Give me the pronunciation of this. We're working with these Greek. I'm gonna hold you up on it. This may be the last one. You know, that brother's coming up, that Officer 500. Todd been doing an excellent job. I watch all his La-Sha-Wan Kodash classes. I may even sit in some of them. But he's doing an excellent job. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to that brother. He's in here every other week. Every other week. 1 week I'm doing it, 1 week he's doing it. And what we do, one of the things we do in the ISUPK better than anybody else in the earth, is raise up the men behind us so that they can be better than me. You see that? So that they can be better than me. That's the whole purpose of raising them up. I'm going to take it as far as my 62-year-old ass can take it. But that brother in his late 20s, early 30s, right? Let him run with this ball. So he's learning. He's been doing an excellent job. And so you'll know, I will give you this word here. It's night. Rob, we gave you that. That's evening. This is night. This is a different word. Who think they got a hand on how to pronounce this? Who think they got to go ahead and put it in the chat? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. And I'm going to leave you with that. You've got good day. You got good morning. You got good evening. You see that? And now you got good night. What is night? And write this down, people. Write this down. And it's lucky for the noise that's coming from next door. We share a wall with them, and it's kind of thin, but sound it out. That's what Mama used to tell me when I was a little boy. Sound it out. You got the phonics. I done taught you phonics. You know, that was before Multiplication Rock and all them on TV. I'm telling you now. That was way before that. We was already learning phonics. You see. So sound it out. Sound it out. Give you about 30 more seconds, and I'm going to push on because we're about to the end of our time. La-Ya-La-Tawa. The sister got the Tawa. She was typing kind of fast, right? But she got it right. La-Ya-La-Tawa. Good night. Good night. You know, we use that phrase, good night, in more than one way in the ISUPK. Karen runs up on the camp and just start running her mouth. The brother gonna say, La-Ya-La-Tawa. Good night. Won't this woman shut up? And then, of course, he's going to pull scriptures out. Next thing you know, she's going to be giving a boot kiss. Because that's how we roll. La-Ya-La. La-Ya-La. Ya-Ya-La-Tawa. Good night. So what did you get today? What you got today? You got good morning, good day, you got good evening, and you got good night. And you got good night. And that's all excellent. Now, as I close, I want y'all to repeat, and we're going to be doing this often. I want to get Officer Tawa to start, Katab Salakia, to start doing this as well. And that is, we're going to read a prayer. One of the prayers we do on the Sabbath, we're going to be reading it, at least one, during the La-Sha-Wan Kodash. And this one, of course, is the Lord's Prayer. So after this, we're going to close the class out. But say it with me. Abanawa, Shabbat Shamayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malak with Ka, Thaba'ah, Ra Tazaka. And Officer Zarak gonna get me on that. He's been working with me on this word. Tazaka. Ra Tazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Ratazaka. Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathan Lanawa, Laham, Kal, Yawam. See that? We had Yawam today. Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawawaf Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawawat Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'a Nawa, La-Sha-Wan, Abal, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Waha'awa, Salakia, Waha'ala, Wahatha Pa'abrath, Wahatha Pa'arath, La'awalam Yam, Aman. So I'm going to say again, this is the ISUPK coming to you out of Detroit. We've been spreading this truth since 1969. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And we're under Commanding General Yohana. And under Commanding General Yohana, we teach the truth of the Bible to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And that truth is that you, so-called Blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native American Indians, you are the lost sheep of Israel, the same Israel who the Most High brought up out of the land of Egypt. And the Most High simply wants you to return to Him. Get your language, obey His laws, statutes, and commandments. And He said when you do that, He will turn your captivity, which means He will come in here and He will get this yoke up off of our neck. Shalom, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabbat to my brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal Alatham to my sisters.
Nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it works out.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?